And so that means that after a very busy and industrious main story on Tuesday, now we get to do the things that I neglected to do because of the fact that we had spent so much time on the main story, and also because of the side content that we took to bring the Doman refugees who spent the last 4 years of their life in Revenant's Toll finally back to where they belong. But now we get to take on finally some of these side content. No, we're not doing the 24 main raid tonight, but we will be doing some very important stuff that I think deserves to be covered this evening. So, hey there, Avocado and Miguel, and to everyone that's just logging in, we're glad to have you with us. So, greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Raw Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. We are starting journey tonight here in Rhalgr's Reach with our Warrior of Light, Corinne Loren, and we are going to begin with a side dungeon. Well, actually, we will get to the side dungeon in a moment, but there is a side quest that I would like to show off to you guys. This is basically in the spirit of the Alamigo quest that we got at the end of patch 4.0, the side quest that was made available. So this is kind of an extension of that, because we helped a member of the refugees who were living in Little Alamigo come back home to their territory in a previous quest that I showed off prior to the launch of patch 4. I think it was 4.1 or 4.2, can't remember which one, but sorry, but this quest that we're about to go on is basically an extension of that. It involves this perky peddler here, and so we want to go ahead and speak with this guy to take on this level 70 challenge entitled A Fortune in Salt. The perky peddler is expounding on the sublime qualities of Saltery salt. Salt! Get your salt! Gourmet quality, fresh from the Saltery! Hello there. Hey now, aren't you Corinne Loren, the hero of the revolution? They say you played a big part in reviving the Saltery's operations. It is an honour, miss, a true honour, and good timing too. I'm soon to head back across the border and do my part in reminding Eorzea's markets what proper salt tastes like. I was living in Uldar before, you see, in one of those refugee tent camps. Never thought I'd set foot in Alamigo again, let alone be handed a job when I got there. And it's all thanks to you. Come to think of it, Wizcar was wondering if I'd spot you here in Rhalgr's Reach. If I saw you, he said I was to ask you to visit the Saltery whenever you have the time. I'm sure he's eager to share how far they've come with all the rebuilding. And it is on that note that we're going to meet up with someone who we met in the main story of patch 4, the original main story. So, it'll be going to the locks to embark on this particular quest. So yeah, this quest won't take all that long, and then we'll make our way over to the main part of what we're doing this evening. So, let's fly off into the night and head off towards the Saltery. Yeah, I reminded myself that this is a continuation from post-patch 4.1, because where we're going to was not exactly functioning prior to the end of patch 4.1. So this new quest that's been introduced allows us to see how far the Saltery has come since the Sultana of Ul'dah, Sultana Nanamo, has invested in this place along with the support of the East Alderner Trading Company. And it's this man, Wizcar, who once rejected any thoughts of liberation and scorned us for even bringing up the notion, who then offered his services towards the end of the initial main story. So now he's kind of running the show around here. Plus, there's also now a new place to play Triple Triad as well. So hey there, Wizcar, it's been a while. We might need to move those cranes a bit to the... Oh, Corinne, you came! Our trader spied you in Rhalgr's Reach, did he? As you can see, the Saltery's restoration is coming along nicely. Care to have a closer look at what we've accomplished so far? You should witness the success you've helped achieve, and I promise I won't take too much of your time. Alright. Giving us a thumbs up. So yeah, shall we look at how far they've come? Where is our man? Here he is. Can you believe it? Our partners in East Alderno Trading Company have been busy promoting our produce, and it's brought all these merchants and chefs with corn to spend. Yeah, we can kind of see some of them around the corner. There was one Mikote lass, a culinarian from Limsa Liminsa. She said she was who ordered a wall wagon full of salt to be shipped back across the sea. Thanks to Lord Lolorito's connections, we have the folk in place to transport huge orders damn near anywhere, and our profits have been soaring. Right, Tom, let's head over to the heart of the operation, shall we? Of course. We should see that. I believe it's going to be around the corner here. Yep, here it is. In locked cells. So yeah, we can see the workers are really at it right now. As I understand it, masses of salt crystals built up in the shallows of the locks. We rake it all together into those little hills you see here, and let it bake in the sun for a few days. Once it's good and dried out, off to the factory it goes. That's where any unwanted rubbish is sieved out, and we end up with pure salt-free salt. The brothers and sisters who returned to us have taken to the work with a passion. Though they fled into Thanland so long ago, the love for their homeland still burns bright. And my job is to make certain no lock-dwelling beast ruins what we've reclaimed together. I patrol the shoals every day and put the advice you gave me to good use. In fact, I could use more monster-slaying wisdom if you've any to share. It's the bloody Soblins, you see. Their numbers have been on the rise of late, and getting a blade through their all-bound hides is a chore to say the least. Any pointers on how to deal with them? Well, they once again put us in a situation. If you've seen the main story quest that I've done with Wizcar, we have a few options of what to tell them here, but we are supposed to tell him what the true weak spot is, which in this case on Soblins are their eyes. And apparently there was a file installed in progress. The eyes, you say? That seems a bit tricky, but they certainly are exposed compared to the rest of it. We'll give it a shot. Well, I think you've seen all the changes around here. It's time we went to speak with Grandad. Yeah, we want to go speak with Grandpa Watts. And that will bring this particular quest to a close. Yeah, I did say it wasn't going to be all that long. Here he is. I'll be with you in a moment, young'un. Just let me finish up here. As they continue about their business on this evening. And so away goes another happy merchant. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, the Saltery is back in business. We've even got the daughter of an Uldan merchant house come to inspect our operations. Ah, speaking of the loss. Yeah, who is it who's come to join us? Well, actually, this is actually someone we already know. We've observed the method of your salt production, Master Watt, and I must say the process is quite fascinating. Yeah. They recognize us too. Yeah, it is Lady Lalira, but that's the pseudonym of the Sultana Nanimo, as I mentioned before. Yeah, we wouldn't want to blow her cover because she likes to go undercover sometimes with this little alias. Hello there, Lady Lalira. Yes, 'tis I, Lalira. What strange coincidence that our paths should cross in this unlikely place. Oh, you know each other then. I suppose an adventurer meets all sorts of folk trudging from one end of the realm to the other. Yes, well, Master Watt, I must compliment you on your salted fish. The dish we sampled was exquisite. Thank you, miss. The Saltery was once famous not only for its salt, but also the goods we seasoned with its produce. We hoped you might take a reminder of that taste back to the people of Uldar. Yes, I will certainly discuss the potential for bringing such wares to market with our partners. And whilst we're on the subject of partners, Master Watt, I understand you run the Saltery with the assistance of the East Alderno Trading Company. Are the profits of your joint venture being properly apportioned? Oh, I'm not sure I follow, miss. I believe Mr. Solera wishes to know whether or not the East London Trading Company is claiming an unfair share of the coin. Well, that would sound like Lola Lorita, wouldn't it? Ah, well, we had a bright young man by the name of Alphino draft us a watertight contract to avoid that sort of problem. Do you know of any reason we should worry? Nay, my good man, no reason. Carry on as you were. Pray continue these fine efforts to support your countrymen's return and restore the glory of Al Amigo. Yes, miss, I will. And the Sultana gives us a little wink before she heads back on her way to Ul'dah. She was a bit full of herself, wasn't she? The way she spoke, you'd think she was bloody royalty or something. Actually, she is. But let's keep that between ourselves. Seeing as our young heroes come to visit, what say we gather everyone to mark the occasion? Yeah, it has been almost a year since we helped to get this process going. Hello there, everyone. You know, you can put those bags down, dude, for a moment. The battle with the Empire took its toll and left our Saltery in ruins. We were left to squat in the rubble of our livelihood. But look now, our kin returned to us from Ul'dah, and our village is alive again with peddlers and traders. We had neither the coin nor the might to remake our home, until you and the Sultana took our cause as your own. For that, we are truly thankful. Poor guy in the middle never takes the second off, does he? What we've rebuilt was needed to get things running high, but war's talons gouge deep. Many buildings still lie broken and it'll take time to put it all back the way it was. But we won't let your boon go to waste. Day by day we'll keep adding to this foundation you've laid and bring lasting prosperity for all of Al Amigo. I wish you guys continued success with that. You're already off to a great start. So with the Saltery now in full swing, we get to take 1038 gil, and they give us 3 Al Amigan salt crystals, kind of like little souvenirs to take back home, plus choice of food. Of which I believe I will go with... I don't want to go with either of the mage ones, primarily because of course I play as Dragoon. I guess I'll go with Stewed Riverbream for my choice here, and be on my way. Stand strong and unified! And so now with the appetizer out of the way, let's move on to the main course. To do that, we're heading back to Onokoro. Oh, we're going to Tamamizu, sorry. I was about to say Onokoro, but that's not quite where we're going. Yeah, if we wanted to go back to Onokoro, that would mean dealing with the Confederacy, and that's not what we're going to do. No, what we're going to do is going to be a continuation of something we did back in patch 4.2. Although it won't be quite necessarily done the same way as it was in 4.2. You'll see what I mean as we get started. So, to do this quest, we want to make our way over to the Elder of the Blue Kojin, Bunchin over here, and he's going to allow us to continue on the series of quests for the 4 Lords. So we'll speak to him and resume on that particular journey with a challenge entitled Tortoise in Time. Bunchin has not heard from Soroban in quite some time. A pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. Would that I could say the same for Soroban. He has yet to return to Tamamizu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Genbu's rigorous training. Yeah, so he is still over at Hell's Lid. And meanwhile, Tataru is giving us a hello. Hello? Hello? Corinne? Is my link pull working? So unreliable, these little things. I'm going to pay a visit to Rayson Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying to not look like a guard on duty while in the middle of a volcanic island. I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but on the off chance you are bound for Reisen Temple, give Soroban and Genbu my regards. That will do. So now we want to go to Onokoro, just to speed things up a bit. Okay. You also may have noticed that the people at Tamamizu, the Blue Kojin, now have their own theme music. They no longer share it with the people over at Onokoro. So on a stormy night in the Ruby Sea, we're making our way with a huge lightning rod on our backside and a whole bunch of them on our armor to get back over to Reisen Temple. And once we get there, we'll go ahead and speak with who we need to talk to in order to gain access back to Reisen Temple. We do not need to go back to the Hell's Lid dungeon in order to access where we need to go. But when we get to where we need to be, we'll definitely make sure to let Genbu and Soroban know what's going on, as well as Tataru, because she's also going to be there. She did make sure to pay the Ruby Tithe, right? I don't want to be called for it if it's asked. So yeah, somewhere around here should be right over here. Furry, the little raccoon, or Tanuki, given where we are. Hey, don't block him out or step on him or whatever. Headed for the temple or just taking in the wonderful smoky air? It's the latter. So once we arrive, we find Genbu, Soroban, and all the other little animals as well. Hey, Genbu. Hey, you two.
Oh, well met, brave adventurer. You are come alone on this day. What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels?
Speaking of which, yeah, she's not happy. That's Tataru! 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 And oh, thank you not to forget it, or else you'll get no takoyaki from me.
Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember a little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byoko from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Corinne. Soroban has made great strides in his training, it is true, but I believe we need consider more drastic methods. Such as? Though he is not without potential, Soroban, as he is, simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have need of his strength. As with Byako before, there will come a time when we must confront Seiryu and Suzaku, and quell the raging Aramitama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous? What exactly did you have in mind? Oh, there is no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box.
That's it?
Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that it is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamate Bako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And you say that there is no need for fearful trembling? This box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? That you may bathe in its temporal magics, and age 1,000 years in an instant.
Wow.
Scary, huh? That you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit until the magics dissipate. You would have me become an auspice like the Four Lords?
Yeah, we're trying to calm him down. Like, that's pretty auspicious, considering what we're doing. Hold on, Kryn. Didn't you come across one of these Tamate Baku in Shisui of the Violet Tides? You did, didn't you? Yeah, it's actually part of the battle mechanic in the level, in the dungeon.
I am aware of similar relics in the possession of the Rain. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed. A Momo's trick, a glamour, altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamate Bako we seek. Know that this is no legend but incontrovertible truth, for the one who created the Tamate Bako of Geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long enough to see comrades become consumed by the Aramitama, see them descend into madness, and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect. And, like many of us, he had had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. This auspice knew full well that he was destined to share their fate, and so, before he too fell from grace, he resolved to create the Tamake Bato of Geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed in its magics until he was no more. By the Kami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own?
I don't know what to say.
Me neither. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it was decided that it should be placed under lock and key in the Swallow's compass until we had need of it. However, the Grand Mausoleum of King Ganon...
Good thing it's spelled with an E, not an O, because I was like, King Ganon, uh-oh,
has been abandoned to the Shikigami forever, bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials.
Sounds like a job for us.
Steel yourself, Soroban. Until the moment Corinne returns with the Tamate Bako Geomancy, you must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course!
So now we have to make our way over to Yansha to get what we require. So we'll warp over to Namai, because that's the closest destination to where we need to go. And a hello to all the people who have just logged on to watch this evening stream. We're glad you could join us. If you have not yet done so, please, I encourage you to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and you're certainly encouraged to encourage others to come watch the action that is about to unfold. To get this particular action to unfold, we gotta go west. See, at least we have rain over here. We're gonna go over the arch this time. And out into the open. Across the glittering basin, we're gonna make our way towards the Namazu's home, but we're not going to necessarily stay there. I think I see why people are also encouraging invites. There is something that has been introduced to what will be the 24-person raid, which I'll show off in a couple of weeks. That has, it serves as a precursor to that particular challenge, and it is killing people left and right. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with it right now, especially not tonight. And wow, this guy took one of the most simple names you could possibly think of. QX, huh? I wonder what those initials stand for. But yeah, hey there, Kama Itachi, it's been a while. Oh hey, you made it! Finally! I've only been waiting here forever and a day, but hey, it's not like we've got a potential calamity to worry about or anything. How rude. Anyway, I've already taken care of the wards sealing the tomb's entrance, so you're free to go in and get the box. But whatever you do, don't open it! Oh, and one more thing. I'll wager that they told you about the Shikigami, but they forgot to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us, a tough bugger and a half. But you're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You give Byakko what for, after all. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And so now we have access to the patch 4.3 dungeon, the Swallow's Compass. So this is the dungeon that we need to clear in order to advance further with the Four Lords storyline.